For my video today, I thought I'd bring you guys a top 10 video on my top favourite LEGO sets of all time. Now I know this is a concept a lot of people have done before already, but I thought this would be a good idea for me to get to know you guys a little bit better, and for you to get to know what I'm like and what LEGO I look for when I go out shopping. I essentially tell you why I like them, what pieces I like, how long I've had each one for, if I own them. So I hope you guys enjoy my list and leave a comment below on what you agree or disagree with. So with that being said, I hope you enjoy. Okay, so at number 10 we've got 80105, the Chinese New Year Temple Fair. I couldn't believe that there was a set of this size with this many minifigures in it and this many details and new colours and new pieces. It was a lot to take in at first, and I was worried that they wouldn't sell them in England where I am, but sure enough they did, and oh god, I was so excited for it. I was excited for the trees with the white branches, the scarves on the minifigures, the statuette minifigures, the roof tiles, the curved pieces, the colours, everything really. There's just so much to point out here that not only is it a good display piece on its own and it's very visually pleasing to look at, but it's also a great playset as well for all the stands and the loose builds and all the minifigures to use. It's just perfect for both ways, and this is why it's definitely on my list for sure. So at number 9 we've got the LEGO 60234 Funfair People Pack from LEGO City. There's so many cool new colours for minifigure pieces and new minifigure prints such as torsos. I also like the printed targets where the water blaster knocks them down. I also like the balloon piece, the duck pieces, the actual white bike piece, and the paintbrush with the face paint. I love all of that, and overall it makes a really colourful set that would be great to buy more than one of. I couldn't wait to get my hands on it, and this is definitely why it's on my list. So the most recent set on this list comes at number 8, and it's number 4 Privet Drive. Now I love the exterior of the house. It looks just the same as many houses in my area where I live. It just gives me quite a bit of nostalgia. The best part is it's on scale with a lot of other models, such as the Winter Village sets, like all the buildings like the toy shop and the bakery and the post office. They're to the same scale as this house. It would be perfect for a nice simple street that looks just like the ones in all the English neighbourhoods. And this is definitely, in my eyes, the best Harry Potter set they've put out. We've got one of the oldest Winter Village sets, and that is 10216, the Winter Village Bakery. The main thing that stood out to me was the roof of the bakery. I loved the building. It looked just like many of the ones in some old estates and old towns near where I live. I'd never seen them do an actual proper LEGO bakery before, and it was a unique idea, and it stood out against all other sets released in that year. And my favourite element that's in the set has got to be the ice pond, like the 8x8 plates, which are the trans blue pieces. I absolutely love those pieces, and you get 2 in the set. And they've since never been released. I don't know if they've been released in any other trans colour, but as far as I know, that's the only one. I did get a bit of a laugh at the minifigure that's fallen headfirst into the snow. I love that. And the other piece that drew me in was the baguette pieces. I love the bread, I love the cakes. It was just all a set I was really excited for as a whole, and it's definitely the model that got me started on the Winter Village series, which I still collect to this day. So at number 6 on the list was a LEGO model that I was really lucky to get my hands on back when it was released, and that is 10194 Emerald Knight. This is definitely one of the best, if not the best, LEGO train I've ever seen released as a model. I remember seeing the original designer video for this shortly before it was announced, but I didn't end up getting my hands on it until the Christmas it retired. It was so close. Many people love this set. It wasn't even that much in terms of price. It was literally £70, and if this set was released today, it would definitely be in the £150, something like that. I love the emerald pieces. I love the gold stripes that were printed. The coach piece had its own unique design that stood out against all the city coaches that they released in all the other trains. It's a big enough set which has a good function, and it was the first to include those really big wheels, the big train wheels. They really provide the train with its realistic appearance, and I absolutely love its design. It's a cool model. It's a great one to have around, and if you don't have any other Lego trains, this is definitely the best one to get. Okay, so at the number 5 spot we have a Lego set that really caught my eye when it was released, and that is Lego 31083 Cruising Adventures set. I saw the little promotion video they had of it where they included all 3 models and the minifigures riding the boat. It looked really cool, but yes, definitely one that had to be included on this list. I loved the add-ons that people made to it in the Lego Ideas competition, and there's so much you can do with this, including the Mock Your Bricks channel, who combined 2 of this product to make a huge cruising adventures ship, which looks mind-blowing, and hopefully I'll be able to get a second one in the future to make that ship as well. At number 4 we've got possibly the most annoying, stressful experience I ever had trying to get a Lego set, and this one is my favourite modular building of all time, the Cafe Corner, Lego 10182, and my god do I have quite a story with this thing. It's the only set on this whole list that I never physically got properly, and had a long experience since 2013 trying to collect all the pieces for it. The set was very well sought after for being the first modular building, and it's very eye-catching in its details, including the red sloped bricks, the white windows, the brown wall tiles, the yellow and white awnings, and the grey parrots and frogs. It was a pain in the butt to get hold of. I originally tried to get the set by building it on Lego Digital Designer and buying the available pieces on Digital Designer to build it. But shortly after I built it, Lego Digital Designer made an update where you could no longer buy any pieces from them at all. So I was gutted. I decided to start looking through my collection. I rummaged through my pieces to see which I actually had already that I could take away from sets that I didn't really want to build again. And I ended up having about 45% of the pieces in my collection already. But the remainders were getting harder and harder to get because they were very expensive and I didn't know where to look to get them. I ended up taking 6 years trying to find all the pieces because we didn't have a lot of money we could spend, and I literally waited like month after month on eBay for some sellers to sell the pieces that were actual Lego and not knockoff brands, and the hardest pieces to get were for sure the dark red roof pieces. For some reason, this whole journey of me trying to obtain this set makes me love it more than just its design and what it's made of. So it's definitely a set I'm not going to forget, and for sure one of the best ones that I've managed to finally collect. For the number 3 spot, we've got my mum's favourite Lego set of all time, which is the Lego Haunted House. I absolutely love this set. I remember watching the designer video. It was the best Halloween set. It stood out against all the other Monster Fighters set in the wave. I loved all the windows and all the broken boards on the outside, which was really some details that we hadn't seen much in Lego sets. You didn't really see any window pane, an angle, or a shutter upside down. It was quite a bizarre concept really. The sand green pieces really stood out to me even back then, and it still does today. And I love the minifigures as well. The ghosts that actually glow in the dark were incredible. I was always a fan of the old Ghost but never got my hands on it, and I was so happy when they released the new ones here. Every Halloween, me and my mum always get this set out to build, and it's just a tradition that we always have. And yeah, with over 2,000 pieces, it definitely provided a great building experience as well. Out of all the Lego sets that I've ever owned, the one that I've played with the most and owned the longest is 4939 Cool Cars. And this is a Creator 3-in-1 set released in 2007, and I played with this set all the time. I absolutely loved cars. Back in the day I was a big fan of Hot Wheels and all that, and I loved the scale of this car. It was different to all the other ones. I didn't like the blocky Lego City cars, which were only 4 studs wide. This car was 8 studs wide, and I loved the fact that you could rebuild it into 2 other models. It was the first I'd ever encountered 3-in-1 builds, and I didn't know Lego had those sets released, and that concept made me like the set so much because I could build it into other models. And before the set retired, I made sure to get 2 more copies of the same set so I could have all 3 models built at once. Because I played with it so much, I tried to see if I could build it without the instructions, and it is the only Lego set of that size that I can build by memory. Like, I may make a video one day where I try to build it as fast as I can, but it's crazy that I don't need the instruction manual to build this, and every time I build it, I get so many nostalgic feels from how much fun it brought me as a kid. Before we get to the number 1 spot, I want to make a quick honourable mention for a set that very nearly made the list, and this was the 10768 Toy Story Playground set. I have so many video ideas with this model. There's so much about this set to like, including the minifigures. I'm a big fan of the Toy Story movies, and I absolutely love the Gabby Gabby minifigure with the dress piece and the hair piece. I love the Bo Peep minifigure and the Buzz minifigure as well. With a set like this, you can create your own adventure park by buying multiple copies of the set, and you can stack bricks, you can stack floors, and really make a huge iconic structure, which is just like many of the big playgrounds in my area and in some big parks in cities. I'm definitely excited to make my animations with this set and yeah, really see what I can do with it. Okay, so finally at number 1 we have my favourite Lego set of all time, and that is the 21315 Lego Ideas pop-up book set. I love this set for so many reasons, and I plan on making my own adaptations of this set in different colours telling different stories. When I first saw JK Brickworks' video, the video blew my mind, and I kept watching it again and again because I just love the idea. I love how the function actually worked, where you could open up the book and close it with a whole pop-up feature, including a facade of a building. And I absolutely love the functions where when you open the book, the beanstalk increases in its size and you have a very tall structure, which all you have to do to shut it is close the book. The colours are great, the dark green bricks are great, and it's an idea that I definitely want to explore further by making my own ideas, my own inserts, and my own covers to the book as well. Definitely my favourite set of all time, and expect to see some versions of this set in the future on my channel. So there we have it, that's my top 10 favourite Lego models of all time. I hope you guys enjoyed watching, and as always, I will see you all soon.